So if you're watching this video right now, you probably want to make more money. You want to retire your parents, you want to be able to buy your dream car, you want to quit your 9-to-5 job or drop out of college, all that good stuff. You just want to stop being broke. And most of you probably know at this point that there are 100% real ways to make money online that are actually possible. But it looks a little different than what most of these gurus post and talk about online. Because before I ever hit 30K per month online and bought my dream car, I had to start making 3 to 4K per month while I was still a full-time college student and working part-time as a lifeguard. Because before you go out and start making 10, 20, 30K per month, you need a full-time income making 5 to 10K per month online so you don't have to rely on a 9-to-5 and you can start building towards that. And that's the purpose of this video. I'm going to show you exactly what steps you need to be taking as a beginner so that you can start to get to the point where you're making anywhere from 3 to 5K per month online. I'm going to show you what you need to do and who you need to do it for so you can actually start making serious income online and you can start building towards building that dream lifestyle that you have. So like I said, before I ever started making 30K per month online, I had to start making 3 to 5K per month online. And that 3 to 5K per month was ultimately what allowed me to quit my lifeguarding job and to drop out of college only after 60 days of starting it. And the way that I started doing it was very straightforward. I started doing appointment setting for businesses. Now, let me actually explain first what this even is, because a lot of people out here don't even know what this is. So you know how there's like tons of gurus online on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, in various different niches. So fitness, making money online, dating and relationships. Every guru on the internet, whether they're selling a service, a course, a coaching program, a mastermind, whatever it is, these people all need one thing in order to survive and actually make money for themselves. Literally every business that is selling anything on the planet needs one thing, and it's that they need people who are interested in actually buying their thing. But the part that almost nobody talks about is these people don't just magically show up at your front door and start handing you cash when you start a business. Someone has to actually talk to these leads first, vet them out, make sure they're serious, and then eventually hand them off to a closer where the closer will do the rest of the job. Without that connection from an interested prospect that doesn't really know much to eventually then getting on a serious sales call where they're contemplating buying an item, without that connection, the business won't make money. Or if they do make money, they're going to be leaking a lot of money if it's not done properly. Literally all you do as an appointment setter is you talk to leads for a business, whether it's a business selling fitness coaching, make money online coaching, courses, mentorships, masterminds. You connect people who are like semi-interested. You ask them questions and you filter out the people who are serious, who are committed, who are actually going to show up and do the work. And those people that are actually good, you connect them to the closing team who is going to take care of the rest and actually sell that person the product. And this isn't like some stereotypical like car dealership thing where like people are begging you to buy, or like the Wolf of Wall Street where you're just like forcing shit down people's throats. You're not like screaming on the phone trying to convince random strangers to buy something. Like that's not how this actually works. You're literally just working on behalf of an influencer on social media. You're talking to the leads that are interested in potentially buying their thing or working with them. You're either DMing these leads on social media, or you're like calling these leads. You're asking them questions to make sure that they're a good fit for the thing. And then if they are, you're booking them in for an appointment with the sales team. And the way that you actually make money from doing something like this is if that person that you were talking to that you ended up booking an appointment from, if that appointment shows up to their call and buys the thing, you get a percentage of the thing that they bought. Most businesses will pay 5 to 10% in doing this, and if you're working with the right niches, people will be selling anything from $2,000 to upwards of $10,000. Let's just say for the sake of numbers, the business you're selling for is giving you 5% and they're selling a $5,000 item. This means that if you talk to one of the prospects that are interested in buying their thing, you have a 10-minute quick DM conversation with them or phone call with them, you set them for an appointment, that appointment shows up and buys that $5,000 thing, you would receive $250 for doing this. And now imagine being able to do this multiple times per day, maybe twice per day, maybe 3 times per day, maybe 5 times per day, maybe every day, 5 days a week. This is exactly how I was able to land a role as a beginner and start making 3 to 5K per month while I was still full-time in college and while I was working part-time as a lifeguard. Even though everything that I just broke down with you probably sounds really good, you're not going to be in a position where you're making tens of thousands of dollars every single month. Like this isn't the reality, and this isn't the intention of doing appointment setting. The intention of appointment setting is for you to be able to go in as a beginner, start building your skill sets, build your experience, and start bringing in some decent money for yourself, and then being able to use that in the future as a play to be able to get to the next level and the next level, which I talk about on this channel. And for anybody curious, I did this with absolutely no experience. And that's the cool thing about this. It's something that almost every business on the planet needs, but it's super beginner friendly because you're not doing anything like too sophisticated or too complicated. As long as you have like a basic 8th grade level of being able to either type messages or have a conversation with somebody over the phone, then you're good to go. And if you're thinking like, okay, cool, Trevor, but I'm not like a sales guy, the reality is you don't need to be. Trust me, like I also hate overselling or overpromising like anything to anybody. And so I totally get where you're coming from. I'm also very introverted myself. And so like you would think that maybe you wouldn't be able to succeed in something like this if you were relatively introverted and more chill. That's just not true. All you literally need to do is talk to leads that are already interested in buying something. You're not trying to convince complete strangers to buy something. You need to have normal conversations with these people. You need to be able to follow like a loose script, and then you need to book them in for a call. So let me just show you like a real example of what this could look like. So there are literally millions of online creators or business owners that are selling something using social media online. Like this guy right here, for example, this is my boy Ethan. And as you can see here, he helps career-driven women sustainably lose 20 to 50 pounds without sacrificing their career by like fixing their hormones and their metabolism and stuff like that. He sells a one-to-one coaching program for women that are looking to lose weight and get into good shape for themselves. And I believe he charges about $6,000 for this one-on-one coaching. The reason he's able to charge this much is because he's already helped people do this. As you can see on like some of the case studies here on his page, he creates content that gets people interested. He also runs ads that gets people interested, and he's able to have conversations with people and work with them in an intimate way and offers them coaching to solve their problems. Now, again, there are literally like thousands and millions of these people, whether it's fitness as well, like Ethan is doing here, or it's like make money online, or it's even like dating, life coaching. There's even like looks maxing stuff now. Like there are tons and tons of these types of businesses on the internet. If you have Instagram on your app and you consume educational content in some sort of fashion and not just like complete brain rot, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And I actually just made a video like right before this video on my YouTube channel where I go way more in depth on how you can actually land these positions and send messages to these business owners to apply for their teams to start working with them. I'll leave that in the description for you guys here. If you guys want to watch it after this video, it's probably going to be really good value for you guys, because like almost all of these accounts, especially if they have like a decent size following, I'd say anything above like 2,000 or 3,000 followers, these people will most likely be hiring setters and closers to take care of the back end of their business. This isn't like some secret job anymore. Most of these business owners already know what setters are. They know that by hiring the right appointment setter inside of their business, it could literally be the difference between them making $100,000 a month and $50,000 a month. And these business owners need appointment setters inside of their team because they don't have time to be able to go in and talk to all of the leads that are engaging with their content or following them or asking them questions on their Instagram, especially the ones, again, that literally have like thousands and thousands of followers and they're getting like really good engagement and comments and likes on their posts. These business owners can't spend 3 to 4 hours a day going on Instagram and answering questions and asking other people's questions to make sure that they're a good fit for what they sell. Like, they don't have time to do this because they're running a business. They're already helping students. They're creating content on social media. And so they hire appointment setters to solve this gap. And again, this is exactly where you come into play if you were to do something like this. So let me actually go in and explain and show you what it actually looks like for you to be doing work as an appointment setter. Most of these business owners are either creating TikTok videos or Instagram Reels, talking about the product or the service that they sell, and as well giving educational content and educational value about the thing that they talk about. And I'm sure you've probably even seen this too if you actually think about it for a little bit. It happens every single day. So they might make a video and they might give you some advice and some value covering a specific topic. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, this is weight loss. And then they might say, if you enjoyed this video, comment guide and I'll send you over my free guide on how to lose 20 pounds in the next 60 days. So as you can probably imagine, they post a reel like this and they start to rack up comments on that post. Then what happens is either the appointment setter goes in and responds to all those comments and sends over the free resource, or an automation happens, the automation sends over a free resource, and then the appointment setter goes in and starts having conversations with all of these leads. That moment right there, the second somebody comments under that post expressing some sort of interest and wanting some sort of free guide like that, it shows the business owner and the appointment setter that you actually have a lead that has a problem that you guys can solve. And this free guide, by the way, isn't just like some random PDF or random video. It is intentionally designed to start to move through the sales process. It is designed to show the person why they're stuck right now, what they're doing wrong, and how the business owner can help them overcome these issues that they're facing to ultimately live the life that they want to live. And after this person gets access to this free guide, that's where you come in as the appointment setter. Then basically all you would be doing is you would be guiding the conversation as the appointment setter, asking a series of questions about where the person is at right now, where they want to get to, what they think is holding them back from getting to where they want to be, all that fun stuff. And based on the questions that you ask, you're going to get information about the person. If that information aligns with what you guys do and what you guys help people with, then you as the appointment setter, you book them in for a sales call with the closer. That's it. This is how money is made, and this is how you can make business owners really, really happy if you do a good job of this. And now, obviously, not every single person that gets sent the free guide is going to be either somebody that is qualified to buy the thing or is even interested at all in buying anything. And so this is where you come in as the appointment setter to literally just like filter out the people that are going to eventually buy versus the people that won't. So I hope with this analogy and this example, you now understand like a little bit more about what appointment setting actually is. Again, it's the thing that I used to go from being a college student that tried like 4 or 5 different business models before and failed with all of them, to actually finding my breakthrough with making money online and at least starting the process where now I was making a consistent 3 to 5K per month that I could actually build off of in the future. Appointment setters are one of the first things that business owners online hire when they're really trying to take their business to the next level. Most people online that have like a decent sized following are hiring appointment setters for their business that can take care of talking to all of their interested prospects on social media. It doesn't matter what niche it is, whether it's fitness, dating, make money online, whatever it is, there's a million different sub niches. Anybody who is creating content on social media and they're getting interest, they're getting comments, they're getting likes, they're getting people that are messaging the business owner themselves, they're hiring appointment setters. And for you, literally all you're doing is you're plugging into an already existing business that's already making money using this process, and you're helping them make their job easier. And as a byproduct, you're taking a 5 to 10% of everything that you collect. You're not trying to like start your own business entirely where there's like 10 different moving pieces happening all at the same time and you need an idea. You need like a bunch of different skill sets that you need to already have developed, and you need money and you need experience and all this stuff. You're stepping into an already existing business and you're solving one of the biggest problems that they face. And the reality is too, you're building up an internal skill set yourself where you're building the skill of sales and you're starting to become more and more competent with this skill. This is why it is literally the perfect step for beginners to get started with, because it's not going to get you rich and it's not going to give you this crazy lifestyle that you see on social media, but it can start to get you to the point where you're making like a consistent 3 to 5K per month online in addition to a 9 to 5, or you could eventually go all in on that if you can live that life on 3 to 5K per month. So I hope this video helped you understand a little bit more about what appointment setting is, what problem you're actually solving, and how I used it and how dozens of my other students are using it to get to the point where they're starting to build the skill and becoming financially free over time. Go watch that other video that I mentioned where it specifically covers how to make your first $1,000 online with appointment setting. It goes in extreme detail on exactly who you need to be reaching out to eventually start doing this work, what you need to say to them, how do you actually get on interviews with them, when you do land positions, how do you make sure that you actually execute your job and do it right so that you can actually make the business owner happy and they keep working with you and keep paying you. So again, I'll leave this right here in the first link in the description. And again, if you want me to coach you one-on-one through the entire process of you making money online with appointment setting, but then even further beyond that, eventually transitioning into closing and making money with that, I run one-on-one coaching for guys that are interested in doing this. Under that video link, there's another link that will take you to my calendar where you can book a one-on-one call with myself, and you and I could talk a little bit more about how I could potentially help you out if it makes sense. Other than that though, guys, hopefully you enjoyed, and you guys take care and have a fantastic rest of your day. Peace.